Yellow friends, today we're going to start a very fun and action-packed series, First Model of Only. We know very well this story without all times coming up. This story begins with a city where some kind of festival was going on, and here all the people were wearing masks. And with this, we also see a fortune teller there who was telling two girls about their fate. Here in Friends, let me tell you that this boy is going to be the main hero of our story, whose name is Lienzi. Here, Lienzi was doing all the redundant work for money very honestly, that only then we are shown the scene of heaven. Where Havenly Gate Protector, remote board. He was preventing them from going inside, and this is why dangerous fights start between these two. Immortal Yuan had no idea that only then he started creating star reform. After hitting the information, we see that the model board Yuan was badly grounded, due to which he goes teleport from there. After which we see our hero who is trying to hide from someone sitting under one tooth, and this is where we are shown the nearby scene where he was also telling those two women about their future. Yes, a fortune teller was not a fortune teller. He used to do these wrong things just for money, due to which he starts telling some upside down to those women. Because of this, both of them fly and say what strange things you are doing. How can it be that he says that I cannot say anything because bad darkness has cast a shadow over your fate? And if you want me to free your fate from that bad sigh, then you have to give me 50 for that. Upon hearing this, she held back from approaching her mother out of fear, but a group aware of the situation showed up. So they start running after people so that they can catch him and teach him good fun. The scene with Rishi shifts to the present where he is sitting under it and saying, "What wrong am I doing?" He says that I do all the work of illness so honestly using my long tongue of change, but despite this, people do not let me live in peace. What is my tone? Along with this, he hits that Darth with anger and hits it. Suddenly a stamp fell on his head. As soon as he lifts that stem from the ground, there was a portal behind it, from which the mortal god Yuan comes out. But he was in a very high condition due to which he faints there. After this, we see that he picked him up with him and brought him to a cave where he treats him well. After the motorboard Yuan comes to his senses, he asks where he is finally present, but tells him everything. Promise that you will never use these powers in the wrong way. After which, explaining about remote boards tells that you can use any metal to activate these powers. But keep in mind that you do not use too much metal because it can also cause a huge explosion. Hearing this, he was very scared and he is afraid of him and says that, "What kind of excuse did you give me that can also kill me?" Take them back now, but as soon as he sees in front of him, the immortal board Yuvan was not there, after which he hears a voice that if you want to learn about your powers, you should go to TL Langman CT where there is a man going to me. He'll teach you a good deal about N powers. After knowing this, North Carolina does not have your way, so he went towards Forensic TLL City. Here he sees in his way that a very big snake was attacking a cute snake. Seeing this, Ung tries to save him for the first time using his powers. But during this attack, he himself was injured and fainted. After being unconscious here, we see that a vision of his past is seen, where a girl was dying in his arms and there was a fire and destruction all around, on which the girl says that it is not your fault and she had died as soon as she said this. While here Bairam sees in real words that she was much more powerful because he killed her. She then wakes up Fairy Fox by healing him as Leanings also tried to help her. After doing all this, we see that she was going from there when he stops her and says that please support me in my journey because I am going towards the daughter and I know how dangerous the path is. So if you can help me, that would be great. This time at first she was hitting in Fairy Fox, but Ring C starts crying like a child, due to which she finally had to accept that we set the resale from the back. The elders see the master and the yoki who welcomed them all and took them all inwards. Here in the main hall, Master Rio takes a test of all this, and he tells that whoever has more spiritual energy, we will only make him our student. To know the spiritual energy, we see that those people used a magical pillar. By touching it, it becomes known about spiritual energy. After passing the turn of everyone in stress here, We see that the spiritual energy is very high. Then all the people there were very surprised to see it. They could not believe where such a need came from in such a small child. After which we see that Master Yogi had passed all these people here and included them in his set. For the first time here, we also meet this Lean, who was very temperamental. Then one of the girls whose name was there, her eyes sit on the fox, which she looked very cute. For this reason she tries to snatch the NC from her colleagues by telling them. But he did not want to give it, so he fights those bids and goes from there to his room, enjoying those people well. After that we see the scene of the night where he was sleeping in his room when he comes and sits beside him. Here we see a very surprising thing, that suddenly that fairy Fasti turned into a very beautiful girl. Here Boli tries to raise NC by giving voice to NC, but by the time Lee was uncool, she had become Fox again. On which he tells her to sleep. It has been so late night, but did not want to sleep. Bid Yangxi makes a gesture and asks herself to follow. Liang was forced to follow her, and we see that someone took her to the hill where the spiritual energy was very high. He starts cultivating by sitting on a stone there, due to which he is suffering a lot. What virtual energy have you taken for the first? Therefore, he was not able to answer all those who give and hug, so that energy can be divided between these two. And in this way we see that Liang Ji activates the power of his purple eyes while doing alternation for a long time here. These purple ice pods are very useful, which you will also get to see further in the story. Now we are shown the scene of the next day where the teacher changes. These people were teaching these people to fire their spirit energy. They tell them that you have to collect all your energy and bring it in your fingers, after which you can shatter anything by firing it.
She didn't like Engji at all. She didn't like any merge, let alone Engji. She also used to teach Miss Lin that you should stay away from men, because they are very unfaithful and two-wheeled. But then suddenly we see that one night all those police had also attacked these two girls together, and they were about to do something wrong with both of them. He came there and he saves both of them. After which we see that she started liking again a little bit. She, despite her high attitude, helps Liang by telling him that for our next test we have to kill some beasts, so that we can get the demon parents out of them and bring them here. This test is taken every time in the city, and now you will also be taken this test. That's why I say that as much information as you can get, lie down the information about all the middle. It is very much a big thank you to Youngjis, because now he knew what I would have to prepare for the next exam. Now we are shown the scene a few days later, where Master Chanji was asking them all to get ready for that test, and he says companion
He also gives him a kind of teleportation paper, after which he tells that this teleportation paper will teleport you guys in a forest where there will be many beasts. Your job is that you have to kill those beasts and bring them here, and whoever has the most demand pills will be the winner of this game. After this, the test starts, and all these people had reached the forest where Liang Ji was very scared. He has never fought with anyone before. But then, suddenly he also sees some other set of people here who were probably looking for some precious thing here. But Liang didn't know what he was looking for. This beautiful shift to Muslim where we see that she was also looking for the beast with a discipline. After a while here, these people reach in front of a fight Scorpion 20, which is very dangerous between many Kinglon level 20 that is in the middle of this level, because we see that he kills that decibel in front of the eyes of Muslim. Seeing this, you were very scared of this Lean, so she starts running away from there in fear of forensics. After which that fight score PM also started running.
And these two had come to AG with a running straight run. After getting PNC decisive AG, the situation had become such that now he has no option but to fight because he sees that the Muslim was very badly frozen in front of his eyes. Seeing this, it gets very angry. For this reason, Fire attacks Scorpion 20, but none of its attacks were affecting the fight score. After a long fight here, Liang is finally forced to think, how do I beat him? After thinking a lot on Jesse, he finally activates his purple, and as soon as he does this, Eng's eyes fell direct.
But there was a huge blast, due to which he gets very badly injured. After being badly injured here, she fainted, which does not look good at all, but she comes back to her girl's farm and picks up the sword and brings it back to Seth. Where the people of the set were very surprised to see these two here, but they are very injured, so they immediately take them for treatment. Now here we see that Liangji finally came to consciousness after being unconscious for 3 days. On Ji's, Master Chengji asks him what happened there due to which you and Misselin became in such a condition. Hearing this, he tells them the whole thing about how those people had a fight with A, whom he had defeated with great difficulty. He does not believe at all after hearing that how can such a low-level boy beat such a big Kinglan level. But whatever the case, he was happy that both his disciples were alive and well. Here, after all this, showing them his sword, tells them whether you know anything about this sword, so that you can see it well. No one can take it away from them. This sword will only agree, after which we are shown the scene of the next day, and here some other set people had come to Master Raha Yogi, on which we know that these people are people, and here these people have come for this competition, in which these people wanted us to compete with the decibel of the spirit set, and if we won then we would be at this place, but they will rule. This was an old tradition of these people, due to which even Master Rayo could not refuse these people, and finally, those people have to accept their challenge. Here Master Guantium was very happy, because according to him those people would win, after which they would also get it. Now after this, we are shown the day of competition, where all the students are on one side while the students stand on the other side. Looking at the students of NC, he remembers that I had seen these people in that forest too. I don't know if they were looking for something over there. But he finds this thing very normal, due to which he does not pay much attention to these things and starts fighting here during the fight. Were dangerous. They beat the students of Kia City badly. Only in the last was he seen standing against them. After which we see that he also slowly starts losing. With this, the master says in his heart, Liangji, you can do this. I have full faith in you, after which we see that now Liangji was also very angry, so he uses his full powers to defeat those 3 decibels on the same. Something had started waving his sword in the air, when Master Banshan's eyes also fall on the sword which he had attacked Leah. But then the master comes in the middle and stops him there. Master Government. Wanjir gets angry on Jesus and says that she does not leave you and do not belong. You have to return it right now, and with this, our video ends here. So if you guys are a little happy to watch the video, then like the video and subscribe to the channel, as well as press the bell icon, so that you cannot miss the notifications of our new video.